Little Monsters by Tony Garth. Forgetful Fiona, or Fiona Formustagets. Fiona was always forgetting things. Every morning it was the same. "Have you remembered to wash your hands and face?" asked her mam. "Oh no, I forgot," Fiona replied and went back upstairs. "Have you remembered to brush your teeth?" asked her mam. Back upstairs Fiona went. This usually went on for some time. One morning, Fiona was just leaving for school. Until, that is, her mam reminded her that she'd forgotten her homework, her hat, her scarf and her shoes. "And make sure you've got a clean hanky in your pocket," she said. Fiona pulled out her hanky to show her mam. It had a very large knot tied in it. "I must have tied that knot to remind myself of something very important," she thought. But she couldn't remember what it was. All the way to school, Fiona thought hard. But, try as she might, she couldn't remember what the knot was for. At school, Fiona noticed something odd. Some of the children were carrying parcels that looked very much like birthday presents. She heard Tallulah and Nancy talking about a party. "That's what the knot was for," thought Fiona. "It must be someone's birthday and I've forgotten all about it." Fiona felt terrible. She hadn't even bought a card. "I wonder whose birthday it is," thought Fiona. "I suppose I'd better ask." Tallulah and Nancy were talking nearby. Fiona walked over. "Hello, Nancy," she said. "Is it someone's birthday?" "You mean you don't know?" asked Nancy. "I'm afraid I've forgotten," said Fiona, feeling rather foolish. Nancy and Tallulah didn't say anything. They just laughed and walked away. "You'd forget your head if it wasn't screwed on," they giggled. Later, in class, Fiona saw Wesley writing a birthday card. "If I could just get close enough," Fiona thought, "I could find out who it's for." She crept up behind Wesley, peeped over his shoulder and began to read the card. "Happy birthday to F." Just then Wesley noticed her standing behind him and hid the card in his desk. "Bother," said Fiona. "Still, at least I know the first letter of the name. F. Now, who do I know whose name begins with F?" Fiona thought and thought. Finbar, Frida, Ferdinand, Farquhar. No, none of them ring any bells. Franco. No, it was his birthday last week. For the rest of the day, Fiona tried to think who it could be. She was thinking so hard she almost forgot to go home. "Hurry up," said Fiona's mam as they walked home from school. "We don't want to be late for the party, do we?" "Party?" said Fiona. "Do you know whose birthday it is then?" "Of course I do," chuckled her mam. "Thank goodness," sighed Fiona. When they got home, her mam told Fiona to change into her best party dress. When she was ready, she ran downstairs and opened the living room door. Fiona couldn't believe her eyes. All her friends were there. "Surprise!" they shouted. "Happy birthday, Fiona!" "Of course," she said. "Now I remember. It's my birthday, isn't it?" They all had a wonderful party. Although Fiona couldn't help thinking that she must have forgotten something.